My life is good, I write was hood, I might be good, not out the woods, so bro, I got to do it, be a monster, that's why my mantra is being onslaught, from the Lone Star to my lungs.
Alright, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jarice back at it with another episode of
Real talk.
And ladies and gentlemen, this will be one of the few videos I make with any kind of content relating to the whole Russia-Ukraine situation, because there's a lot of fake news and a lot of propaganda out there, and I do not feel like looking through it to find what's real and what's fake to make content on it. That way I'm not spreading misinformation, so I'll just avoid that whole situation altogether. But today's topic: African students fleeing Ukraine claim discrimination at Poland border.
Oh my God!
So apparently there's some Africans in Ukraine who aren't being allowed to leave for reasons. And of course they decided to pull the whole racism card. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
The crisis in Ukraine has also exposed the racist tendencies in the Western world.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, because this country is so racist for letting these African students come to study in the first place. But, you know, now that a national emergency has happened and now the country is showing its own citizens preferential treatment, it's racism, right?
Got him!
But this is the typical liberal leftist mindset. Any kind of non-preferential treatment towards blacks is racism. But anyway.
Thousands of students from Africa and Asia are left stranded at the Ukrainian border, but reports of alleged segregation and violence in the Polish-Ukraine border has caused tensions.
Of course!
Yeah, because, you know, I would imagine that segregation brings people together, right?
Nigeria has now hit out at the security officials for their treatment towards their citizens and students.
All right, so here's the tweet, right? It says, all who flee a conflict situation have the same right to safe passage under United Nations Convention, and the color of their passport or the color of their skin should make no difference. All right, so the tweet is half right? The color of their skin should make no difference. But that only applies if they are a natural-born citizen of said country. Because I'm sure if this was happening in Nigeria and you guys had a national crisis, I am 100% sure you would place the safety of Nigerian citizens above citizens of a foreign country. But y'all aren't ready to talk about that. Y'all just want to say racism because white people are doing something that you don't like to black people, and that's really all it is, because that's basically the new definition of racism. White people doing something we don't like.
President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, evoked the UN convention. He said,
Ukrainian police and security personnel refusing to allow Nigerians to board buses and trains heading towards Ukraine-Poland border. Yeah, here's how it works. Here's how it works, guys. I know you guys know, but in case somebody finds this video and they don't know, yeah, here's how it works. Basically, if you're a Ukrainian citizen, you got the fast pass. This is like, you know how it works at Disney. It's like you know, you show it and you get to move to the front of the line. Basically, that's what's going on here, right? They're showing a nationalism and saying, hey, our people who are born here and live here and aren't just trying to extract resources and most likely take it back to their own country, you know, like these Nigerian citizens, I'm assuming, because I'm willing to bet they're just going to study over there, learn what they got to learn, and then they're going to go back to Nigeria with the information they learn. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, the people who have been citizens of this country their entire lives, they kind of should get special treatment. But anyway, I'm sure somebody will say I'm dancing for the white man or whatever.
That the color of passport or their skin should not make any difference. The Nigerian
There is a long history dating back to decades of Nigerians and other Africans studying Ukraine, particularly medicine. The majority of Nigerian citizens in the country today are university enrolled students. You do realize that is a non-argument argument, right? Because here's the thing. I don't care if you're enrolled in university or not. You're going to take the knowledge that you extract from this country and go back to your own country to make a better life for yourself. Again, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that inherently. But a government is going to do what is best to... How do I say this? Please its constituents. So, Ukrainian president is going to place Ukrainians first, and if this was happening in Nigeria, Nigeria would place Nigerian citizens first. I don't know why you're acting like if this was happening in your country, this wouldn't be a thing. Like, we treat everybody of all skin colors and nationalities evenly or equally. I don't know why we're playing this game.
The Ukrainian presidency laid out several instances of reported discrimination by both the Ukrainian as well as the Polish military soldiers. The government cited media reports and videos circulating on social media.
On est là exposé dehors avec le froid qu'il y a ici. On ne nous donne toujours pas où nous abriter au fait. On est exposé avec le froid.
The African Union also condemned the
Says the two chairpersons recalled that all people have the right to cross international borders during conflict and as such should enjoy the same rights to cross to safety from the conflict in Ukraine, notwithstanding their nationality or racial identity. Pretty sure there's supposed to be a space right there.
The human rights violation. In a statement, the union emphasized that Africans are being singled out and called for more empathy, saying that all people should have the same rights, notwithstanding the nationality or racial identity. South Africa's foreign ministry spokesperson said that South African students are also subjected to the harsh treatment. The spokesperson said that
South African students and other Africans have been badly treated at the Ukraine-Poland border. Has driven from Warsaw 5 hours to go deal with the matter. Receive our nationals and offer further support.
South African envoys are ensuring assistance to stranded South Africans. Ghana has also sent its embassy officials to the border points to assist in their evacuations.
Some of my friends are still there and I'm very worried. I text them to know how they're doing, if they have food or water, because right now the store...
Again, why do they have so many African students? I mean, clearly, here's what I want to ask of all you Pan-African, people who are Africa is the motherland and we were kings and it's Wakanda over there and we need to all go back and blah, 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 right? Here's what I want to know. Why couldn't they just go to a school in another country in Africa? Because, Africa's a continent, with many countries. So you mean to tell me that there was no country in Africa that these students could go to? They just had to go to the predominantly white country of Ukraine. They just had to. And now they're getting non-preferential treatment, and now they're upset. That's weird. That is super weird. Like, imagine, right? I go to Japan and then I get upset that they treat me differently because I'm a foreigner. Like, the nerve.
Doors are closed, so
and the attacks are getting worse.
Very, very worse. And hopefully they get out of Ukraine safe and no harm comes upon them.
Poland's ambassador to Nigeria dismissed the claims of mistreatment. She said that invalid documents have been accepted and COVID restrictions have been lifted so that equal treatment is meted out to all people.
so next video. So this is a testimonial of a lady, African lady, who I guess got out of Ukraine, but let's take a look at her testimony, right? It says, Africans in Ukraine, Jessica's story from BBC. Ha! BBC. And Africa. Oh god, these should not be together. But anyway.
I was begging. The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk.
I don't think he said that. I don't know if he said that. I believe the first part. I think he said only Ukrainians, but I don't think he said black should walk. Like, that doesn't sound right. Jessica is one of the many people trying to escape the war in Ukraine.
I'm currently in Debrecen, Hungary. I got in like 10 a.m. today. Today is the 28th of February. It wasn't easy. On Friday at 8 a.m., I was on my way to Poland. I took a commercial taxi and the taxi couldn't stay on the line of cars because literally cars had been there for 2 days. And when we dropped, on the Google map, it was saying a 1 hour walk. And I was like, a 1 hour walk is nothing, you know, if it's getting us there on time. And we walked and it kept increasing. The term walking is traumatizing me. The term walking, I walked for 2.
Okay. She said it was a 1 hour walk. I don't think she had her Google Maps set to walk. Like, I think she still had it on, like, the little car thing. Because, you know, on Google Maps, it's like you can go from, like, car to, like, bike to, like, walk. I think she still had it on car. And I think maybe, like, it was like, oh, you're walking? Oh, yeah, this is 12 hours. Unless she walks extremely slow. But, you know, I digress.
12 good hours, and it's not an exaggeration. The traffic warden saw me and said I should go to a shelter to sleep, and I slept. And he said the next day that there is a bus going from that shelter straight to the Polish border. And when it was time to get on this bus, the Ukrainians said, just Ukrainians, literally as a black person. I even lied that I was pregnant. They didn't care.
Yep, sorry, wrong one.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Oh my god, that's so dumb. But anyway, yeah. So now she's upset that, she tried to lie and say she was pregnant, and they still said, nope, our people first. We don't care if you're pregnant or not, because guess what? That child inside you wouldn't be a Ukrainian, so kick rocks. I'm not mad at him.
Hey, I was begging. The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk.
Okay, again, like I said at the freaking little preview, I don't believe he said that. I do believe he said Ukrainians only, but I don't believe he said the part about walking.
And that was an additional 8 hours from where we were. By car, it was like 30 minutes. So we had to walk.
What? Okay. I mean, I guess they must have been driving like 80 miles an hour or something, right?
Additional 8 hours. The problem isn't at the Polish border. It is at the Ukrainian border. Because you have to step out at the Ukrainian border to get on the Polish side. And the Ukrainians are only prioritizing their citizens.
Wow! Wow! You said it. So it's not racism. It's just the country taking care of its own people. Can we get a round of applause for her? Yay! Thank you.
They don't care. They will push you. They will beat you. If you can make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. Like, I took a nap and I still felt like I was still walking. Like, I hadn't crossed over. It's not fair. like we're just begging.
Yeah, life isn't fair. It's not fair that you're in a foreign country studying and, you could have stayed in your own country or, hey, you could have even stayed on your own continent, but we're not going to talk about that, right? Like, imagine that, right? The whole continent of Africa, and you just had to go to Ukraine, a European country. Like, even though, again, black people are amazing, fantastic, we need to go back to Africa, we were kings, Wakanda, blah, 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 right?
To go. I literally had to go back to my city after that experience, re-strategize, and took a train to Hungary. It wasn't even easy getting to Hungary. We had to pay. Those that didn't have money to pay, what would they do?
I don't know. I mean, nothing in life is free, and I don't know if any government would low-key make an exception like that, but again, I don't know.
I couldn't help anybody because I was fighting for my life. It is a traumatizing experience, and I don't know where I'm going from now. I literally have to re-strategize in Hungary, try to get my ticket back to Nigeria, because it's not safe. This place is not, if your skin is dark, you're at a disadvantage.
Hey, yeah, that's kind of what happens when you're not a majority of the population in a certain country. Yeah, imagine that. The country takes care of its citizens who are white people in a predominantly white country first. Imagine that. If you wanted preferential treatment, you probably should have stayed at least on the continent, but you could have stayed in your country. I'm pretty sure that Nigeria has plenty of opportunities for you, but, you don't want to take that. And if there is no opportunities in Nigeria, because again, I'm not from Nigeria, so I wouldn't know, I would imagine there's somewhere else on the continent of Africa that would have an opportunity for you. But nope, you wanted to leave the continent, you wanted to go to this predominantly white country to study, because let's be honest, a lot of black people worship white people. Let's just call it for what it is. So now you went over to Ukraine to study and all this, and this invasion's popped off, and now that country is saying, hey, we should probably take care of our people first. And now you're, oh, this is wrong. They should be treating us with the same respect. Like, you're not Ukrainian. Like, you're literally only over here to study and go back home to your country as a doctor or a medicine practitioner or something like that. So I'm not upset at them treating you like a second-rate citizen or a second-class citizen, because guess what? You kinda are a second-class citizen.
Damn!
But, But anyway, guys, yeah, that's it for this one. This was more of a serious topic. I don't know. I'll probably have some more lighthearted stuff tomorrow. But anyway, it's been your boy Jarice, back at it with another episode of
Real talk.
And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Linking on my brain. Okay. Linking on my brain. I got linking on my brain. Whoa.